We do know again that this is so scary for you, and many of you still have so many questions. You've been sending them to us all week long, so to help answer them, we're bringing in an expert tonight. Let's send things over to our senior reporter, Alyssa Bethencourt, who's sitting down live with someone who can better help us understand this statewide cyber attack. Alyssa.
Yeah, Abel, that's right. I'm here with Dr. Gregory Moody. He's the lead professor of information systems at UNLV, and really the person that we want to talk to get a better understanding of the impact and the impact the cyber attack could have. Now, Dr. Moody, we've been talking all day about this, coincidentally, and I had told you we keep getting these messages from our viewers. The number one, the one that I keep seeing over and over, is what can be done to prevent something like this from happening again in the future. What's your response to that?
So frankly, that's what the state will be focused on. They're going to do an investigation, find out what exactly went wrong, just like you do if your house got broken into. So if they broke in through a window, you fix the window, you put bars on it. The same thing will be done digitally. They're going to find out where the attackers actually came in. They're going to find the weak spots, and then they're going to go right back and fix it so that the same attack couldn't happen again.
Right, and I remember you telling me too, an investigation is interesting because initially they can only release this amount of information, and then the next day they know more, so it just becomes bigger and bigger, and that's why we haven't been able to get as many answers as I think many people would like at this point in time. That being said, you shared something interesting with me right before this interview about Nevada kind of being the first of its kind in seeing an attack of this scale. Explain that a bit more.
Yeah, so there's been lots of attacks over the years, different states, government, all that sorts of stuff. But this has been kind of the largest wide-scale attack against a state that's taken out most of the services. Now, for the most part, that wasn't the actual attack itself. That's the state saying, we've noticed a breach in these systems, and so they've done the proper thing and they've just pulled the plug. Take the systems off. For example, if you're flying an airplane and you get a problem with the wing, do you want to have the mechanics get a helicopter, go up to the airplane and fix it in the air, or do you want to land and go to an actual terminal and fix it off?
Right.
So they've just determined it's safer to take things down to make sure that the access by the attackers is off so they can't do anything, and then they'll fix the problem. So a lot of this is not just the attackers taking it down, it's the state proactively taking it down so more data can't get breached.
And now there's an opportunity to learn from this and hopefully apply it to other states, right?
Exactly. So when they find the problem, they'll find a solution. Just like if there's a problem with your car, they call a recall. Because I had this for my car. The hood of the car would flip up if you went above certain miles an hour and something happened. So Honda did a recall, go into the dealership, get it fixed. Yeah. Same thing will happen with cyber. They'll figure out what went wrong, and they'll find the solution for it, and then they'll back up, and that solution will get widespread and go out throughout all the different industries.
And it's funny because I think people are assuming that whoever's responsible for this could be facing some sort of criminal charge if they're caught, but that may not be the case, we're learning.
Yeah, so this is just how judicial things happen. There's jurisdiction. So if the attacker was sitting right here in Las Vegas and they discover that, and Metro will be down at the door, have a warrant, they'll get them. The most likely thing is that this is a large attacker with lots of resources and lots of skill sets, and they probably know what they're doing, so they are not here sitting in the States. They're going to be sitting in a country that the U.S. cannot either extradite from, or in that country this is not an illegal action. So the U.S. can contact that country and say, hey, they broke our law, and that country will say, that's nice. That's it's not a crime here, or we're not going to extradite. We don't extradite to the U.S. And the attackers that do this type of advanced attacks, that's where they sit, so they know that they're safe.
Super interesting. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to explain all of this for us. I know it's really helpful in, all of our coverage. I appreciate you coming in, and I'm sure we're going to learn a lot more about this cyber attack in the next few days.
Yeah,
thank you.
No problem.